Well, just lips moving. I
Are we cool yet?
don't know. I'm asking right now.
Yeah, it might take like a minute to catch up with us. You know that lag time. I guess I didn't put in on the new source audio capture. Oops.
What did Brother Ali say earlier?
Mm.
We're learning every day.
Yes, we are, and there's more to learn. There's more to learn besides hurting someone. You got to fix them. I mean, if you go out and get hurt by accident, trip over something, and hurt yourself, can you fix yourself? How many different styles of martial arts, or many people, period, that goes to their doctors for help? There are going to be times that you've got to help yourself, and it's always good to know what to do, how to do this, and you might as well be saying you're going to be helping others too. If a person walks across a wreck, happens to see a wreck, they're going to go straight for it and try to help the people as much as they can. You've got to put that ego aside. Let it go. Just step aside and let that ego go. Because let love take over your life.
That's true.
Love conquers all, man. It's just, but if you know how to.
We good?
Sweet. Yeah, we're good on the volume now.
Sweet.
If you know how to help someone or heal someone, even an encouraging word to someone who may have had a bad day or something,
right.
Say something to them that at least make them smile. Tell them a joke. At least if you get their mind off of their problems for 1 second, you've done something.
That's very true. And as I was mentioning to some friends the other day, or some associates, I don't have any friends, but I was mentioning to them that traditionally, the Tai Chi or the Kung Fu communities, the tribes back in the day, they would have a healer inside of the community. I know we always had a healer at our school. We had body workers as well as acupuncturists, and thankfully now we have Brother Ali here, the medicine man himself, and I'm able to learn some of this stuff myself because, as you said, it's more to being a Tai Chi man or Tai Chi woman than causing destruction. We have to learn how to also mend things and bring things back together. Relationships, body parts, communities, businesses. We should be there to bring things back together and not cause disharmony, but to actually have an influence that causes harmony to be there. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Right.
Have a harmonic influence and not a destructive influence. And that's sometimes where most of the martial artists, they fall short. They fall short.
Yeah, actually, that was one of the big downfalls of the Kung Fu retreat that I was staying at. I more or less was there when it was in perfect harmony for about 4 months straight. And I went away for a couple months and I came back. When I came back, the 5-year instructor there had gotten kicked out for one reason or another. It seems more like he was kicked out over some politics. Some Kung Fu politics, about not keeping the master's name in full esteem or something like that. That's my best guess because I did my personal investigation and found that master refused to be truthful to me or at least open with me. And the instructor, who happened to be one of my best friends actually in that 4 months that I was there, turned out to tell me so many details of why he believed master was doing that to him. But I think he overlooked that he had said master's name or referred to him in distaste to several people and perhaps overlooked that. Regardless, this led into a whole barrage of just poison after poison after poison flowing through, and it wasn't even necessarily the bad-mouthing of the instructor. It was really that master had kicked out the best instructor to save face on his name instead of going and speaking to him about it, I guess, is my best guess. you know, and I hate being so open, but I would hate even more to be a liar, you know.
Well, listening to what you just said, and it sounds like that goes right back to where we started at, back to that ego again.
Yeah.
You know what I
Exactly.
mean? That ego gets in the way.
You know, I've always been taught if you can't say something good about somebody, don't say nothing at all.
Mm-hmm.
And I've had a few people say, "Hey, what do you think about so and so?" And I was like, "Okay, well, what do you think about them?" I don't. Why? You know, I don't think anything. I don't think anything bad about them. It's just that don't say anything bad about anybody. Just know when to keep your mouth shut and let it go, because the truth will reveal itself about that person.
Right. And actually, to piggyback off of that, Brother Ollie, what we think of someone, does that really matter? You know? Why do I want to get involved in that type of conversation? To me, that's very low level, you know?
Mm.
I'm so far beyond that. Not saying I'm better than anyone else, but to me, that's just like elementary school type play.
It is child's play.
Very childish.
Childish play,
enough,
you know?
I meet some people who've been in the Tai Chi world for 30, 40, 50 years, and they're still very immature. It's like some people never grow up. I guess it's going to take at least a lifetime before they start growing up.
Yeah, I think a lot of people get caught in this whole, you know, this idea that can't be said or stated as untrue, that there's clearly a difference in skill levels in certain areas, and then that somehow enters into the world of, obviously, if I'm better at this one skill, I'm superior to all of these people.
Oh, absolutely. That's a big problem right there.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's very, very, very common, especially once again, right back at my martial artists.
Yep.
You know, it's very common in that arena.
And
now,
that's
I don't have anything against the martial arts because I'm very thankful that they actually came into the Tai Chi tradition, picked it up, and carried it on. Because if it wasn't for them, I feel like Tai Chi would have basically died by now.
interesting.
You know?
Yes.
Interesting. The way it was taught to me was Tai Chi was around, and the martial artists started seeing how great Tai Chi was. Tai Chi wasn't a fighting art in the beginning at all. Tai Chi Chuan is a fighting art, but not Tai Chi. Tai Chi itself was doing all of the magical stuff. Right, all the spiritual work. You know, all the healing, all the energy. Martial artists wasn't thinking about working with energy.
Yeah.
You know, they weren't doing any of that. You know, talking about chi flow, and that was irrelevant to their business. You know, they were in the business of breaking stuff. You know what I'm saying? Right. And then they understood that they could not only break stuff, but they could also fix stuff if they were using the right modalities. And in comes the internal martial arts.
Mm.
But to get back to what we were initially talking about, because I think that some of it may have not been caught on the audio earlier, people couldn't hear us. We're talking about why there's so many disagreements inside of not only the Tai Chi communities, but basically within communities, period, you know.
Yeah.
And saying that people simply do not understand that everybody's right. We just have different perspectives. That's it.
That's it.
Because of our different exposures, you know. If you're a martial artist and you focus simply on martial arts and how to break and destroy, you're not thinking about health. So you're going to have a different perspective. All right? So maybe you can have an open mind and you can kind of like tune in and learn something. You get what I'm saying?
Exactly.
And then people who's practicing for spirituality, they're going to have a different perspective as well. That's 3 different perspectives, all coming from the same art form.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying?
Absolutely, yeah.
And we're all right.
Yeah, one can't be
Exactly.
true without 2 being false is the Western way of thinking.
Now, what's really good is when someone decides that they're going to be a martial artist, they're also going to work on health, and they're in spiritual attunement as well. All 3. Now you got the trifecta. To me, That's what it's all about.
Well, that's the whole circle of everything of learning. First, you learn the martial arts, then you learn the healing aspect, you learn Qigong, you learn meditations. So that way, it's a complete system, healing system. That was one of the most things that attracted itself to me from my Sifu, because he taught me these Qigongs, and which taught me how to build my Qi, to store my Qi, and then he says, now you must learn how to work on people. So from there I went to massage school, got my massage license, then a year or so later went to acupuncture college, learn more. I put everything in it when I'm working with someone. So that way they can feel that equal balance, but also at the same time, when I'm working on someone, I give them love and chi at the same time. And I tell you what, some of these people, they just like, I need a human spatula to lift them off the table, because I put my love and my time into it. I love what I do. And that makes people feel good. I mean, even if it's just a comment or something, oh my God, you look good this morning. That's awesome. No matter what, just feel that excitement that they feel in and bring them up. When you bring a person up, man, you change everything about this person. Their attitude changed. That goes from anger to, hey, bro, that's awesome. I love you, man. You know what I'm saying? Little things like that, man, you build the people up. I've always done that all my life because there's magic in other people. There's knowledge that has been locked in their minds. And if you find people like us that does these things, you open up these minds and these people's minds bloom like that of a lotus.
That's true.
Everything comes out because everybody on the face of this earth, people, we're all special. We all have the love in ourselves. Let's show it to everybody. I mean, the hardest thing to do, people, I'm going to put you to a challenge, is to go out there tomorrow, out in the street, find somebody you don't know, walk up to them and say, hey, my name is so-and-so, I love you, have a beautiful day.
That's true. Most people, they're afraid to go there, my brother.
Yep, nope. I tried that before. I scare people away.
Hey, but I heard you use a very interesting word there quite a few times. That word, that chi word, chi. And you know what? A lot of times, I'm very surprised that people can actually say that they practice the internal arts and they don't acknowledge the word or the chi. To me, I find that to be a big, big shock. But I don't look down on those people. I don't poke the finger at those people. But you know what? Those same people turn around, they poke the finger at me because I believe in chi. They make fun of that. You know, it's like,
yeah. You know, if they're poking fingers at me, they're giving somebody else a break. You know.
I'm like, come on, people. You don't have to believe in anything. Actually, I was taught not to believe in anything. It either resonates with you or it doesn't. See, now I'm talking from a spiritual standpoint now.
Yes.
When I'm talking about something to resonate with you, because it's not about believing, family. Don't believe anything. Please don't.
Yeah, you see, I come from a complete opposite world there, Sifu, where I choose to believe in the Chinese way, but I also find proof. You know, I just want to prove the things that I do hold dear to me true. That's so interesting.
Yeah, I dig that, but see, getting right back to what I said earlier.
Yeah, please.
The martial artists, we have the health practitioners, and we have the people who do the practice as a spiritual practice.
Right.
So when it comes to finding truth as a martial artist is looking from a 3D tangible perspective. They want a pressure test. From a health standpoint, people are looking for data and statistics. Once again, 3D. Now, when we get into the spiritual plane, you either know it or you don't. And,
right.
and they say those who know don't talk. That's generally the way that it is.
And contradicting ideas can both be true.
Exactly. Exactly. Because once again, it has to resonate with you. And it's not going to make any sense at all.
Well, why can't they all combine it into one?
We've done that with Tai Chi 360.
Combine that into one.
That's exactly
and have
what
the
we do.
greatest love and the healings and the chi just flowing everywhere.
Tai Chi 360 is here.
Mm.
That's exactly why we're here, my brother. So if you want to get pressure tested, that can be done. If you're looking for data, statistical data, that can be done. And if you're looking to get in tune with your spiritual development, that can be done.
Inner alchemy.
Well, when all of these things come together, because my Sifu also taught me herbs. You got to keep yourself healthy, as well as being able to help others stay healthy. So all of these things are in a combination of it all. And these are the things and I'm grateful for you, Sifu, and Peyton, allowing me to try to let people know that we can put all of this together. You know, there's a lot of acupuncturists out there who practice Tai Chi, who meditate, who go out and help people, and that's what we're needing more of.
Right,
That's
and you
what
know
we're needing more of.
Thankfully, my good brother, we've been actually attracting people of like minds, and that's what's being done. All that's starting to be manifested now. I'm getting brothers reaching out to me. I got some herbs right here, my good brother.
Nice.
All right.
I'm jumping on the game.
Oh, I see what you got over there.
Oh, yeah.
Everybody's sipping on something, ain't they?
Oh, yeah. It's been a few days. I'm feeling it.
Exactly. So as you were saying, man, we're actually starting to be like a lighthouse, man, and putting out a beacon signal.
Yeah.
And like minds are coming together. People are starting to see that we're doing the exact same thing. And we're getting away from all that garbage, all that bickering, and I'm better than you are, and all that. People know what's real and what's not real, and we have nothing to prove. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
We have nothing to prove.
I've got something that I want you to prove to yourself. That's what I got.
That's it. That's it. That's why, what is inner alchemy? I always mention it. It is a rites of passage, meaning that you have to be honest with yourself in regards to the different levels of attainment. It's nothing that you have to show somebody. You know? I always go back to where I was actually reading in Master's book right here. Wow. If I can find the page right away, that would be awesome. But he was talking about Tai Chi application, you know. And he was saying that the true application cannot be seen. And people are like, huh? I can relate to that. I can give very specific examples of how that is very true. Now, that's not to say that we don't play around with different techniques. You know, we do that just to give some type of 3D pressure testing that people can see with their eyes. But in reality, family, Tai Chi true application cannot be seen. And when you try to see it and make sense of it, it will disappear right in front of your eyes. I know it makes no sense. I know. I'm coming from a spiritual consciousness level now. I know. It makes absolutely no sense, family.
Well, Sifu, we are a spiritual being having a human experience.
You can say that again.
Just seek the sun over and over again.
That's where it's at.
Until you can't find any more in yourself, and you can only find it outside of yourself, and then you know how to seek the sun so well that you can just make it. That's
exactly where it's at, bro. Because without that, you have nothing. Because if you're not truly sung, truly relaxed, nothing's happening, bro. It's all physical. Wow, I was looking for that thing that Master wrote in regards to the true application cannot be seen. I'm looking at Master Liao's book. I was just reading that, man, and I'm like, Master's an ancient Taoist also, and he's one of the few Taoist teachers that's out there. And his perspective means a lot to me. And although he's very important in regards to that, I still have to have my own experience. You get what I'm saying?
Exactly, yes.
That's the only way to validate it. And it's nothing to show to anybody. Yeah, it's in here somewhere, family. I can't find it at the moment. I can't find it at the moment. But once again, I think the crux of the matter is it gets back to the ego getting in the way and becoming, it just becomes more than people think that they're more than they really are in regards to the ego. We all have an ego. We were born to have an ego. Now, we have to realize that we're more than our ego.
Yeah.
As Brother always said, we are, how do you say that, brother?
We are a spiritual being having a human experience.
Exactly. So that means that this human experience is physical. You get what I'm saying? This body is physical.
Yes.
But my Sifu says, we are formlessness experiencing form.
Exactly.
Formlessness experiencing form. We think that this is a solid piece of material, but it's not. It's just highly, highly condensed. We're light beings, family. This is just very condensed tissue here. That's it. And we're not taking any of it with us when we leave here. All we're taking is our spiritual development.
Exactly. Well, everybody, there's a thing that a lot of people don't understand, that we're connected to everything on the face of this earth. Humans, plants, animals. Take a look, go back into your biology to circular level. Your cells, our cells is what connects us to every living thing on the face of this earth. The planets we've seen in the solar system around, guess what?
Right.
They go in circles.
Right.
But we're the same way. It's just like if you go fishing and you put a bobber on your line and you throw it out there in the lake and you see the water rippling out. The next time you look at the water, it's rippling back in. We're connected through that through breathing. When we inhale, our bodies expand, our chest cavity expands. When we exhale, it contracts. That is nature. Everything is breathing. Everything is alive. The chi flows through everything on the face of this earth. And we're connected with that. If people could realize all of that, then if they happen to see somewhere where a pot may have fallen from someone's windowsill and they pick it up, get a new pot, put soil back off in it and set it down, you're actually helping it out because we're related to that. We are connected through that by cellular structures in our bodies.
You know what, brother? Let me piggyback off of that. The disconnect. You said that everybody don't realize that we're all one, including even the insects on the ground, the sand below our feet. That's all part of us. But you know what happens? We get right back into that belief system. Once we get into our own belief system, that separates us from everything else. We put ourselves in a box right away. That's the problem, the belief system itself. Because when you can have the belief system, now you have the me. The me. It's us. The oneness, the wholeness. We don't need any belief systems, period. That's keeping you from being connected. That's getting rid of the unity right there. That's separating you right away. But that's the way people are being trained. I didn't always know this. And a lot of this information I learned as I began studying the arts, to be honest with you. We are one.
As long as you're out there talking yourself up, you might as well train instead of train your flaps.
What's that?
Oh, I was just saying, instead of talking yourself up with all of your friends, you should just keep your mouth shut and train something else instead.
That's true, my brother.
Mm.
That makes a whole lot of sense. Yeah, be quiet and listen.
Mm.
You might learn something.
Tune in instead of broadcast.
You talking about me, Ali?
No, brother, I'm talking about everybody on the face of this earth.
Including myself. Because
That's right, including myself. Yes, sir.
All one. Reflections.
There you go.
Brother Ali talked about the cells and how the cells connect us to the solar system and everything.
Yeah.
It's so true. I'm going to tell you my understanding of how that works, Brother Ali. You know, inside of the cell, now the cell is 90% dark space. 90% of that cell is all dark space. Isn't that a common element in other areas of the world as well? Outside and out there, they talk about dark matter.
Yeah.
Yes.
We also have these dark spots on the sun. My Sifu told me, he says, the sun holds key. And he explained to me that the sun actually communicates with the galaxy, the universe, the vastness, right? And then we're under the sun, so we get our information from the sun, but it comes from above. So that's that connection all through the dark matter. The dark matter that's inside of our cellular system, the dark matter that's inside of the sun, those dark holes or black holes or whatever they call it, you know.
Right.
Even inside of our brain, they talk about we only use a small percentage of our DNA. Once again, here it is, 90% again.
And if I'm not mistaken, the definition for dark matter's existence is somewhere that light cannot reach. Now, that makes me... Can light reach the core of our bodies? So they call our brain gray matter, if I'm not incorrect.
Yeah, they do.
Okay, so anywhere that light doesn't reach is dark matter, and if light can't penetrate all the way through me, which is why I create a shadow, then I technically contain dark matter.
Absolutely. Without a doubt. Simple, huh?
Very simple.
That's our connection right there, to the wholeness, to the oneness. But you get those belief systems in the way, now you got trouble. But think about this, fam. As I said earlier, Sifu says that we should question everything, right?
Yes.
So when you question people's traditions, they take that to heart. That's kind of like you're questioning them and everything that they've built their life on. So that's almost like asking them to commit suicide. Think about it. Not to be who they are. Most people are not willing to give up their traditions because it's ingrained inside of their DNA. It's that deep. They're not willing to truly give it up. You know what I'm saying? So how does it feel someone come to you and they tell you that your kung fu, it sucks? It don't feel so good. You know what I'm saying? So they're going to lash out. They're going to lash out at you. You know what I'm saying? Most people don't have that open mind, and they're not willing to take a look and step back. Now, of course, I'm not going to say that your kung fu sucks. Like, that was just an example. But just traditions in general, whatever it may be. And we have a lot of traditions, whether we realize it or not. Birthdays, holidays, so much stuff. They're all traditions. And when you start telling people to question their traditions, their ego snaps out. And that goes right along into their Tai Chi training. You telling me my Tai Chi training doesn't work? You told me to turn my foot like this? I would turn my foot like that. I don't get into telling people how to turn their feet.
Oh, man.
It's no business of mine. Well, you know what I'm saying?
You know, if you aren't willing to learn, then don't find a new teacher.
That's true. That's very true, man. Yeah. So why are we here tonight?
Ooh, we're just shooting it. We're just shooting it, brother. We're just talking about what is it? People who tend to get their rocks off on feigning superiority.
All of the disharmony and how we can avoid the disharmony by simply having an open mind.
Mm.
And knowing that everybody is right, has their own perspective based on their own experiences in life. And yeah, they're right. Let them be right, my brother.
Oh, yes. A lot of people spend a lot of time thinking negative things. You got to look at it to a lot of problems. First thing problems happen is come negative. People, when you have a problem, stop, look, listen, because it's a lesson for us to learn. Once you learn it, it's no problem. You move on. You love yourself. You forgive yourself and keep going.
That's true. That's very true. Basically, I used to look at it as being problems. Now I look at it as opportunities.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Give me something else to practice my song on.
Yeah, they can be challenging. Some of them are very challenging. You know what I mean? But if we want to be better than we were yesterday, as my good brother Ali says, you know, we got to pay attention and see what's there to learn.
Exactly.
There's always an opportunity to be better. Always.
Yep.
That's why we're here in this 3D form to experience every bit of it. You know.
We just vibrate at a higher level than your plants and animals. But everybody must learn we all vibrate. So touch is healing to people no matter what. You know, as long as it's not a fist to the face or something like that, you know, that's not the kind of healing touch you want.
Right.
You know, maybe, hey, a hug is the perfect healing touch. You know, people don't get that anymore. Because you go to your doctors, you know, your doctors don't reach out and hug you. You know, they barely shake your hand, and then they got rubber gloves and a mask on. You know, then they come out with this stethoscope. They don't want to hear you put their ear to your chest and listen. They forget about the old days where you had to do these things. You know, touch is very healing to everybody. You know, you can get a little animal that may have been hurt and hold it in your hand, and your energy, your chi is helping it to feel good, and all of a sudden it goes to sleep in peace because of the love. Because you're touching it, you're holding it, it feels that warmth. We lose a lot of that. And a lot of times people are even afraid to touch themselves. You know, if you hurt in a place, it's tender or something, reach down, grab it. If it's on your leg, massage it. His body's telling you something.
Very true. Sound like you're starting to talk about the quantum healing now.
Oh, brother, I'll get excited about that now. Yes, sir, and that's coming up soon.
Oh, yeah, I'm waiting on that one. And then once again, you have a lot of naysayers even in that capacity.
Yeah, actually, we just shot a short here today, Brother Ollie and me.
One thing I know for sure about that is that it's real, because I've had real experience with that from people who were damn near dead. So nobody can tell me nothing about quantum healing. That's why I say, if you don't believe in energy work, it's really not a whole lot of conversation I can have with you. That's just being honest. You can go see the guy down the street. There's no need to come see me. Straight up. If you're just looking for physical exercise, don't come see me. You're wasting your time.
There you go.
You can go see the guy down the street. Any good martial arts can teach you self-defense. You don't have to come to me for that. If you want to learn something else about spirituality and health, come on.
That's it, brother. That is it.
Master Liao oftentimes give the example. Master Liao says, once he can teach you how to get back in tune with your innate abilities, your inborn abilities, he don't have to teach you how to fight, because we all know how to fight. We were born with that. That's a survival skill. You know what I'm saying? What happens is we get out of tune with ourselves, and we're always fighting and don't even realize we're fighting every day that we wake up.
Exactly.
You know?
Yeah.
And then you're stressed out now, so you know you're no longer able to tune in to your real superpowers.
Exactly.
I think we've gotten to the point these days, at least I know I have before, where I wake up and expect every single time I go out the door to have some sort of altercation, quote unquote, somewhere about something, and if I don't have an altercation, then I'm expecting one.
Well, that's probably a common theme for a lot of people now. And I would say that approach right there could actually lead people into stress, anxiety, and anger,
Yeah.
fear.
That'd be a good lesson for them to learn how to vent.
Ooh, venting.
Yes. Get that
You know
out
what?
of your system and bring out that love.
Actually, you know what, Brother Ollie? I want to do a video with you about venting, and I want to use the venting and the drain off technique that I learned from Master Liao. Combine those two together, and I know that's going to be a slam.
You got it, brother. You got it. I'm open to learning anything, bro.
And they're both very simple. They're both very simple. When you combine the two, and you got a nice tool. I was thinking about that today. That'll be a nice short to me.
Good, Sifu. That's awesome. Awesome.
Yeah,
awesome.
how can we help more people get over these destructive things that's taking place in their life? Now, anger is good. It's actually something that we were all born with. It's a tool. It's a survival tool. But we don't want to be angry all the time.
Especially not at ourselves.
There's a purpose for anger. But people are going beyond the purpose, and it's becoming basically detrimental to their health, to their lifestyle, because it's a survival skill. Because when you get angry, it actually it releases power, and it makes you super powerful. But if you're always trapped in that anger mode, it'll burn out your organs.
Exactly.
Yep.
It'll burn out your organs.
Yeah. It's still a daily practice for me, just to, go out, and when I feel like there's some type of energy rubbing up on me, or this, that, or the other thing, yada, 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 I have to go into full inner alchemy mode, and I've just been dedicating myself to finding the sung, just over and over and over again. And sometimes I fail. Sometimes I fail a lot, actually, and I've got my good days and bad days.
At least you're taking steps to help work on it. And as Brother Ollie was saying the other day, if you're angry, turn on your favorite music and shake your ass.
That's right. That's right. Depression is a state of mind. Play that music. Get out there and dance. Shake your butt and make yourself smile. Even if you think you can't dance, which I can't, but I get out there and I do things. I enjoy it. You got to let your body come out. You got to bring that inner child out. You got to let that inner child play. You got to have that life and be able to enjoy that with yourself and with others.
Right.
Yeah.
And you know what? Another useful tool for people who have anger issues. You have to find an outlet, whatever your outlet is. It may be your art form. Go draw. Go do whatever it is to make you feel good, to make you feel like you have value. Whatever it is. Now, you particularly, Brother Peyton, you're loving doing these videos and stuff. Do more of them. Keep being creative. Whatever it is that make you feel good, immerse yourself in that.
It's really just helping you, Sifu. That's really what gets my rocks off.
That's it. And that's another one right there. Being of service to something, some form of something. That's a huge one, actually, because it makes you feel good by helping others feel good. That's just a human characteristic, bro.
Yeah. One that I have.
I hope more people who are dealing with these issues are listening right now.
Yeah, I'll never try to escape. A lot of people, I think, are also worried about being people pleasers, as though it's a bad thing.
Stop
exactly.
it. That's the worst you can do.
Exactly.
That's the worst thing you can do is trying to be a people pleaser. Stop it right now. You might have to get some tea. You might have to
please do, Sifu.
Help yourself,
please do.
Sifu.
Yeah. Good stuff on that inner child, man.
Forget about the status quo. Forget about trying to live up to anybody else's whatever. Screw that. All that will take you the wrong way. And I'm not talking to you, brother. I'm talking to all of us because we're
Yes,
one.
Right.
exactly.
And I had an anger issue myself. My wife can tell you about it.
Mm.
Okay? I don't say that I have it now. Not to say I don't get angry. I get pissed. But it's not an issue anymore.
Mm.
And it comes from my practice. When I feel like I'm upset, I like to go and drink.
Well, the only fight I can say is I'm speaking for myself. I have picked out a number. I want to live and fight to be 150 years old because that way I can hang around and see what the hell else is going to happen.
That's a good one, my brother.
You know, take my herbs, show people, that at my age that I have a lot of spunk.
Right.
I'm not like all the others, getting crippled and this and that and the other. And people are going to say, well, you don't have injuries. Oh, yes. We are. Just about everybody has some sort of injury of some type that we're dealing with. But I don't let that bother me. There's things that we can do to do that. And just from there, like I said, my fight for me and just for me, my fight is to live to be 150. That gives me a good goal to go for, to fight, to keep striving, to do my Tai Chi because it helps out with the joints, moving, mobility. My herbs, it keeps the body going. I love the Chinese herbs because they're all longevity. And by, 150 years old, that's a good fight for me to do for myself. I'm just speaking for myself.
I hear you, my brother. I'm going to pass you on that one. I'm going to 200.
I'll be happy with 120. So maybe y'all got me beat.
Well, a lot of people burn themselves out, Brother Ollie. They burn themselves out from stress.
Yes.
Overusing their body, overindulging in things, not sticking to the moderation, and so it's just so much, just eating the wrong foods, putting the wrong information in their body. The DNA get all out of whack. People don't understand that. When you're putting on type of toxins in your body has to process that stuff.
Yeah,
exactly.
I really like to take a rewind back to Ollie's brief mentioning of the inner child. And
absolutely.
I think that can really sum up the entirety of the solution to this table talk.
The inner child. Talk to me a little bit about that, bro.
Yeah, please.
Tune me in.
Inner child, I think acting childish, not in a, everything has a yin and a yang aspect. But
so childish is not immature. I got you.
Right, exactly. And I think that kind of embodying how you used to be as a child is probably one of the most emotionally helpful tools that you could use to solve all of the issues that we brought up, social issues that we mentioned about, always wanting to be the big man type of thing, and I've got to whip out my nuts because they're way bigger than yours type of thinking. All of this comes back to if we just shared everything that we had like we did when we were 5, if we just valued the things that we valued when we were young, and if we put all of these values into practice as adults. That's the only adult thing that I think needs to belong, is putting all of these values into practice.
You know what, too? You're talking about an inner child. The first thing that popped in my mind was, because I remained a kid for a long time, people thought I was weird because I was playing with toys and stuff like that. But you know what I was doing when I was doing that? I was using my imagination.
Yes.
And a lot of people stop using their imagination. Our Tai Chi teaches us to use our imagination a lot. You know what I mean? People stop laughing. Man, laugh out loud, man. Start laughing at yourself, man. Just laugh, man. Those two, you laugh a lot.
Yeah, we all do.
Yeah, so you use your imagination and laughing. Those are two childlike attributes right there that children use. Children laugh like it ain't no tomorrow. They don't even think about it. But adults, they're ashamed to laugh. I noticed we go to the restaurant, we bring down the roof. People us like we're nuts, but
Yeah.
I don't care.
Yeah, it's true. What are these
Last
guys doing
week,
over here being happy?
Yeah. There's nothing wrong with being happy, man. I'm going to immerse myself in that. That's why I like being around y'all, because y'all make me happy.
Thank you, Sifu.
Inner child, brother.
Inner child.
That's it. Allow it to play.
Yeah, don't be so grown, huh? Don't be so adult.
It's funny because I feel a large glowing feeling in my Dantian when I express my inner child. It's almost like my surefire way of developing the observer in the Dantian.
But you know they say that, our umbilical cord came from that area, right?
Oh, that's right, huh?
The master says that we're still energetically connected to the universe there. Although that physical umbilical cord has been detached, we're still attached to the universe. Original life force energy entered right there.
Oh, yes. I can testify to that, and I have felt that a number of years ago when I had the inside of my belly button tattooed.
Ooh, that must have hurt.
Oh, yes, that was a spiritual connection right there. I'm the only crazy person that I know that has the inside of his belly button tattooed, okay? And the guy asked me, you want to try this first? I said, sure. And whoa. And he said, are you sure? I said, yeah, go for it. That was an experience. Oh, yes.
Were you laughing at the time?
I was trying not to breathe at the time, knowing it wasn't going to be but maybe about 10 seconds or so, But it's, afterwards, I was like, whew, that was wild.
Wow. That's funny, man.
Yeah, that made definitely a good connection at that time.
You're a lot braver than I am in regards to that. Man. Anybody, hey, can we see if anybody's viewing the podcast or not?
Yeah, I'll just have to take down their view of us real quick.
Take down what?
Take down their ability to see us real quick. Yeah, we got 7 people watching us right now. 8
Family,
people.
so group, what's going on?
Oh
out
yeah,
there,
looks like I'm missing out on a whole bunch of chat here. Oh.
Oh damn.
Oh, that's okay. That's okay. Like I said, I got some options here, and one of them is not letting people see you at all, Sifu.
Oh, okay.
Yep. So
whatever you need to do, my good brother.
Yeah, I'll just have to
put me in the shadow.
Okay, you're in the shadow there, Sifu. Oh, a few people having dreams of us drinking tea together. There we go.
All right, let's do it. I've got my tea here. Got my ginger tea on deck. Always do that.
Cryptic Enigma says, everything in life should be about bring balance to oneself so you can shine for others to see and emulate in their own life. Very true.
How to is what people don't get. How to. That's the missing part. How to. People know what to do, but they don't know how to. You know what I'm saying? People regurgitate a whole lot of information that they've heard before, and it sounds good, it sounds classy, it sounds educational. It's all logical, but how do you do it?
Yeah. Lynn Marie Cheenergy says, act like a child. Take responsibility like an adult.
I like that. I like that. I like that a lot.
We all have superpowers. Most don't use theirs.
That's true. Intuition. That's the biggest one right there. When you work on your intuitive abilities, man, come on, man. They don't get no more powerful than that.
Yeah, nice.
That's why Sifu is always a step or two ahead of the student. That's sensitivity, bro.
I'm gonna get back to you, Sifu. I'm scrolling through 20-minute-old chats now.
Oh damn, we've been on that long?
Oh, we've been on for an hour now, actually, Sifu. Can you believe that? I know. It's like we just got here.
You know, if I was a stranger and I was checking things out, and I ran upon you guys talking. I was listening to you because I could learn something every time we all get together and chat.
That's true.
It's always something very informative that we say that can help others as well as our own experiences about it.
Yeah. Yeah, even if we don't all have the same experience, we're all learning from each other, sharing the experience.
Exactly.
Sharing is caring. Sounds cliche. It's not my saying, but I can dig it.
Hey, you stop pleasing me, Lester.
Sharing is caring,
Sorry,
my brother.
Sifu, sorry.
That's what it's all about.
Forgive me.
Hey, you know what time it is.
I do. Thank you,
Sharing is caring. Yeah. Make sure I don't shut down here.
It is starting to get here to bedtime there, isn't it, Ali?
Yeah, I got to go to work in the morning, Sifu.
All right, my good brothers, let's cash out, man. I got a couple things I need to do.
Yep.
Stopping at the clinic today, and I checked out good, so.
Yep. Yeah. Any burning desires from anybody in the chat? We'll be here for a few more minutes to hear about that. You got some signing off things you want to say by any chance there, Sifu?
Like always, fam, I just like to say keep the chi up. You know, that's what's most important. Stay away from the chaos, you know. You don't have to be a part of all the chaos that's taking place out there. You know, there's other things that you can immerse yourself in. Find positive things and positive people to be involved with.
Yeah.
There's enough, you know, you don't have to, we create our own worlds, family. I don't even know what's going on out there in the dusty world. And I know if there's anything that's going on that I need to know about, I will know because I know that I am part of the whole, the totality. So I'm fine. You get what I'm saying?
I dig it, yeah.
That's where I'm at, fam.
Yeah, Sifu, thank you so much for having this chat and arranging
Sifu.
it all. Yeah, that was awesome.
I love you guys.
Love you too, Sifu.
Love you too, Sifu.
Loved every minute of it, Sifu.
Yeah, man. Thank you, Peyton. Thank you for putting this together, my good brother.
Yeah,
Thank
man. You did. I just plugged in all the stuff.
Sweet dreams. Sweet dreams to my brothers. Love you guys.
Love you too, Sifu.
Peace.
See you mañana.
Yeah. Hey, feel better?
Yes, sir. Already.
Good.
All right.
Good. Peace, everybody.